All right. So the word of the day is trust. You know what I'm saying? Trust. You gotta trust your bench, man. You gotta trust you, Monty. We preach this whole next player up, next man up mentality. Now we gotta walk the walk. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to the bench tonight. Because if it wasn't for the bench doing what they did in that third quarter, then we wouldn't have won this game. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Saban Lee getting to the line. Shout out to Dario putting in some good minutes. Jock putting in some good minutes. And like I said, so I feel like it boils down to trust. Even though a lot of people want to run off with the like, well, we're injured and woo woo blah blah blah. I still feel that we could have been playing with with all the players that we had, the bench players. I still feel like we could have been playing better. I'm not saying we could have been winning games, but we could have been playing and looking a whole lot better. And now is what you know what I'm saying. Now it's starting to show like what we look like and what the bench can look like when they actually get run, when they get with the right mix of people and all that other stuff. Even though tonight I do think that kind of with the starters with certain teams, like you got to go double big, and I feel like Aiden would have benefited from like if Jock Landale was in there. You know what I'm saying? Like if they would have ran the 1-2 instead of Dario, but. It is what it is. We came out with the dub at the end of the day. That's all that matters. Shout out Mikal Bridges and stay just like this. Stay just like this. Defensively, offensively. When April comes, just play just like this. Just like this. Just like this. You ain't got to give me 30. You ain't got to give me 30. Just play just like this with the same defensive intensity. You know what I'm saying? Affecting the game on both sides of the ball, not running from matchups. And this is what I like to see. You know what I'm saying? This is what I like to see. Leaving Aiden pressure from CP3, bringing it up the court and D Book. So you could, you know what I'm saying? You got the ball handler. You can pick and roll with Aiden. Just stay just like this. Don't move. Don't move. Just wait. Just hold it down till April. Just hold it down till April. And listen, man, we gotta have an honest conversation about something, man. So DeAndre Ayton, you know what I'm saying? DeAndre Ayton. He finished tonight 22 points with 13 rebounds, 9 and 17. Let's talk about that 9 and 17 for a second. So I'm gonna chalk it up. I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt for two reasons. One is because DeAndre Ayton always show up when we need him to show up. You know what I'm saying? And in the playoffs and stuff like that, we don't really lose typically because DeAndre Ayton or whatever the case may be. No matter how you feel, like go back, watch the film, whatever. We don't typically lose because of DeAndre Ayton. You know what I'm saying? But and so that, and on top of that, he's coming back from being sick. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm giving him a pass. But we've been running the offense through you. You've been getting a lot of looks. You've been getting a lot of looks. You got 17 shots tonight. You finished with 22 points. And you missed a lot of point blank bunnies that you typically make. I've seen you make these bunnies before. So it's like, come on, all right now. All right. All right. You know what I'm saying? Because at first I thought, all right, we would go away from you. Now it's looking like a different story. But like I said, I feel like in the playoffs, these go in. You know what I'm saying? We've seen it against the Pelicans when D Book was out and stuff like that. And we've seen it against, you know what I'm saying, some of the other teams like the Denver Nuggets and all that. We've seen playoff Aiden, you know what I'm saying, against the Clippers, stuff like that. We've seen playoff Aiden. We've seen what he can do. And like I'm saying, I feel like off the strength of that, that's why I got to give him when people come for Aiden after the end of the games or whatever the case may be. Like I get it, you know what I'm saying. We can't get Aiden to show up on a Wednesday night in December, but he definitely show up in March, April, you know what I'm saying, June, you know what I'm saying. So it's just like that's why I give him a little bit of that leeway, especially since we don't run the offense through him anyway. But with Devin Booker being out and us, I feel like a new kind of offense we kind of going to is like we incorporating a lot more Aiden and a lot more Bridges, and I'm here for it. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to CP3, even though I'm not a fan of him playing 35 minutes, and that's what I'm saying. We gotta trust. We gotta trust. He had a clutch three at the end. You know what I'm saying? He had a clutch three at the end of the game. And I was like, damn, I was kind of waiting for CP3 to take over, but then Mikal Bridges took over in the fourth. You know what I'm saying? So I was just like, hey, I'll take it because CP3 realized that Mikal had to mismatch on Fred, and it was going at that every time. And up until they, you know what I'm saying, up until Nick Nurse switched it around and did something else. And then I was like, all right, now it's your time to get the pick and roll popping. But you know what I'm saying? CP3 found a way to get it done, put his handprint on the game. But yeah. But like I'm saying, back to the minutes, back to the trust, back to the original topic of the conversation is trust. You know what I'm saying? We gotta be able to trust the bench players to do what they do. You know what I'm saying? We gotta trust Saban Lee to go out there and get to the foul line and you know what I'm saying? He can get about 4, 6 points just off of fouls. You know what I'm saying? He was getting in there, getting in the paint, making a good. He missed a couple of dimes, but you know what I'm saying. Shout out to Damian Lee. He stayed with it, didn't keep his head down. You know what I'm saying. Josh Okogie, he gonna do what he do. Like I said, it's all right. It's just all we gotta do is trust him. Now we getting their confidence right where it's supposed to be at, and this is how I want to see us looking from now on. You know what I'm saying? This is how I want to see us looking. Win, lose, or draw. If we look like this, we look like we play hard, and you know what I'm saying. It is what it. If we lose on some other stuff just because it wasn't our night, I could take that. You know what I'm saying? I could take that. But to flip it over to the Raptors side, man, if it seems like they got a lot of stuff going on over there. You know what I'm saying? I feel like Scotty Barnes tonight just wasn't his night, I guess. You know what I'm saying? I guess, but I do feel like it's a little bit of an adjustment on his part because like now teams are actually scheming for him now, opposed to than last year. You know what I'm saying? I feel like he took the lead by surprise and just was every night just going crazy. And I feel like now teams are looking to neutralize him first and try to, you know what I'm saying? So it's a little bit of an adjustment for him. And on top of that, like it's a little bit of a different offense they kind of going with too. Nick Nurse got him doing a couple of different things out there. I don't know what happened to Siakam, man. I don't know what happened to Siakam. 7 to 17, 19 points. Yeah, that's not it. That's not it. And I feel like Gary Trent Jr., like watching this game tonight, I feel like I understand why he's bounced around so many teams. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just like it's nice where he killed people. Then it's nice like this where it's just like he just couldn't hit a bucket. Like he just could not hit a three to save his life. Finished with 3 for 10 from three, and I feel like that's essentially what was the difference maker tonight. Because I feel like for Raptors they shot 27% from three. You know what I'm saying? They shot 9 to 33, and that's essentially what it was. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why they sat down Malachi Flynn. He was knocking them down. He knocked down two of them. So it was just like, and it seemed like Fred wasn't hitting them either. So it was just like, yeah, like I feel like I would at least kept him out there maybe a minute or two longer. But I'm not the coach. I'm not Nick Nurse. I mess with Nick Nurse heavy. I mess with his in-game adjustments and how he schemed defensively because he had us trying to figure out the defense for essentially the whole game. They made a 10-0 run and we couldn't figure them out up until the last fourth where it's just like the ball came to play for real, for real. But good dub. I don't like looking at the standings. You know what I'm saying? I haven't looked at the standings for the Suns because it's just like the West is so jam packed right now. It's so weird. It's like if you win a game, you go up to fourth. If you lose a game, you go down to ninth. And it's just like it's so weird right now. So I'm just hoping that we could just hold on tight just until D Book come back because we definitely need another 10-game win streak. You know what I'm saying? We need a 10-game win streak. We need all kind of streaks, man. But this is a start. You know what I'm saying? We won 6 out of the last 7. So it's a start, man. So until next time, y'all. Peace.